Hey, what's going on, my friend? It's Jeff Newport from ChasingStrength.com. And in today's video, we are going to answer the question, what is the best exercise to turn you from you into you 2.0? All right, so let me ask you a question here before we answer that main question. And that is, what do you think you would look like? And how do you think you'd perform if you could snatch a 32 kilo kettlebell for 10 sets of 10 plus 10. So that's 10 reps per hand, all right, on each side. So that's a total of 200 reps. Now, what if you could do that 200 reps in 10 minutes? And how about if you could do that 200 reps with a 40 kilo or even a 48 kilo? Now, you might be wondering, why in the world would I even consider engaging in such a challenge? Well, I'll tell you, because over the last 25 plus years or so, Snatch Tamers, as I like to call them, report the following from having a big, strong kettlebell snatch. Number one, they report increased VO2 max numbers without the knee and joint damage often experienced from long distance, steady state running. Number two, they are actually doing more pull-ups without doing pull-ups. I know. I've had emails asking me how that's possible, and maybe someday I'll make a video on it, but it is possible. And number three, they're having bigger and getting bigger deadlift numbers without practicing the deadlift. All right. Now, how does this happen? Well, Pavel reported in the original Russian Kettlebell Challenge, which I think was published, what was that, like 2000, 2001, 2002? I think it's 2001. Doesn't matter. Early 2000s, right? Almost 25 years ago, that Soviet experiments by Voropayev on soldiers and athletes reported that they were actually running faster, running longer distances, lifting heavier, and smoking their calisthenics test from a steady diet of snatches and clean and jerks. In fact, Toshner, who is a master StongFirst certified kettlebell instructor and a multi-time tactical strength challenge champ, reports that he and his team actually drop the pull-up from their training session when they go into a peaking cycle for the TSC. And in fact, their pull-ups almost always increase without training them. So how do you increase your snatch numbers? Well, here are 5 techniques that I've used over the last 20 years or so to prepare RKC and SFG candidates to crush the 5-minute snatch test. Okay, we'll put them up here on the screen for you. Number 1 is heavy double kettlebell swings. Now use a fairly heavy pair of kettlebells for multiple sets of 5 reps, okay? Number 2, use heavier than normal snatches. Use 1 to 2 sizes up from your normal snatch test kettlebell or the current kettlebell that you're currently using to prepare for your snatch test, if you're not quite at that snatch test kettlebell size yet, and do them for low reps. Number 3, lighter than normal snatches for speed and power. And use 1 to 2 sizes down from your normal bell or the snatch-sized kettlebell and use 5 to 10 reps per set. And then move them, right? Move these snatches as fast as possible. Number 4, heavier than normal one-hand swings. Use a kettlebell 1 to 2 sizes up from your regular kettlebell swing, right? And use sets of 5. And again, make them as explosive as possible. And then number 5, the snatch specialization cycle. These are honestly my favorite because I love snatches and hate swings, okay? Pretty simple rationale. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to start with a challenging size kettlebell. Then you're going to use low reps over the course of 8 to 12 weeks until you slowly add reps to each set. Train 2, preferably 3 times per week. And by the end of your 8 to 12 week period, that challenging sized kettlebell is now a toy. And then, of course, you unlock new abilities or restore old abilities. Restore? Now, hopefully there's no stealing going on here. What I meant to say is you restore old abilities that you've previously lost. All right, now what about things like muscularity? Well, check. Your shoulders, upper back, arms, and forearms are all more muscular. Some actually report that their legs and glutes, their quadriceps and glutes get more muscular. What about conditioning? Check. Well, you outlast your opponents and training partners or scale mountains with minimal difficulty, or both. We've had reports of those things happening. How about body fat? Well, you check that box too. You automatically, as I like to say, become leaner. Strength? You gotcha, man. Check that box. Many report increased military press numbers. In fact, let me show you a couple reviews from this type of snatch specialization training. We're going to pop these here up on the screen. The first one is from Anth. That's his user handle over on the StongFirst forum, which I encourage you to check out. Lots of good information over there if you haven't been over there yet. He says, I don't know if this technically counts as VO2 max, But after almost completing King Size Killer 1.0, my explosive power endurance is off the charts. I casually posted up at the punching bag the other day, and I couldn't believe how I felt. Fast, strong, never out of breath. I was actually shocked, and I really enjoyed hitting the bag for the first time in a long time. I felt like a beast, and I haven't felt that way in a long time. And here's the second one from Adam. Adam says, Jeff, I have 2 workouts left before I've completed the 9-week KSK 1.0. I really enjoyed it and was happy to have gone from a 7-rep max with a 24-kilo kettlebell to being able to do 4 sets of 15 and 5 sets of 12 in 20 minutes during the last phase. Now, both gentlemen used a program called the King Size Killer. I'll leave a link for it in the description below this video if you want to obtain similar results in power, strength, and conditioning. Look, the reality is, at the end of the day, the kettlebell snatch is really a one-stop shop exercise for an upgraded you. All right, so why not take a chance, do a snatch specialized cycle, and see if you can't upgrade yourself from your current you to you 2.0. All right, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, click the like button, smash that subscribe button, share it with a friend, leave me a comment about your experiences with snatches in the comment section below. But as always, keep it classy. Until next time, my friend, stay strong.